Kaitos awakes to a warm light, then he heads into Moonguile Forest, beginning a new journey. And welcome back everybody to Let's Play Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. In the last episode, we left Sebelrai village and headed into Moonguile Forest, where we came across a young girl named Shella. She was in trouble. Her two retainers seemed to perished in the fight against the saber dragon. Kaitos came in and swooped and saved her from the saber dragon, and we're going to investigate further into Moonguile Forest. We got pretty deep inside this dungeon and whatnot, and we're pretty much at the end of it. So as soon as we go up here, we're going to be encountering something. So let's look over our stats and stuff like that. Everybody's kind of healed up at the moment. Making sure our inventory is okay and whatnot. I think we'll be okay for the most part. So, without further ado, let's go on into the deeper end of the Moonguile Forest. There's a treasure chest in the scene. It's bothering me. Is this the place? Oh my goodness. What is it? Well, whatever you did, it turned it into the sky. A giant water dragon. Welcome to the Tomb of Malpercio, woe laden child. Prepare yourself. And we get introduced to our first major boss fight of the game. This is the Lord of the Spring. He's pretty, I mean, it's pretty cool. I love the music that's playing. It plays during the Guardian themes and stuff like that, special battle theme. This is the guitar version of the main battle theme, True Mirror, and I love it so much. I used it a lot back in the day. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and fight this thing. This thing is a water element, so using fire elemental will obviously do more damage. Light and dark are opposing elements, so please do not mix them. They do not do much damage. Okay, so we're gonna go. Make sure you take pictures. Let's go ahead and do that real quick, because this is a boss after all. We will not see another one of these. So, I'll go ahead and do 10 damage there. All right, I don't have anything to defend with. I'm gonna get rid of the water because that's not gonna help me out. So, ow, 21 damage. Oh, ow. Well, shoot, I really didn't outfit my deck very well, did I? I should have gotten rid of all the water stuff before we fought this fight. That's okay. Let's go ahead and use this, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this, even though it's not gonna do very much. It's better than nothing, you know. Than 21 damage. I'm gonna go and defend with a leather jacket and an ice shield. So, we still took 6 damage. 6 damage of a water attack and whatnot. Alright, so fire and then darkness. Fire burst and then dark flare. We haven't seen dark flare yet, so there we go. We gotta do some more major damage there. I'm gonna be able to pull off a pair here with 2 6s. That should do 20 damage. Not too bad. Alright, so I'm gonna use a healing, this weapon right here, or this defensive item here, because that's gonna actually take care of the water damage for me. As you can see, I got 0 damage, man. So I had an 8 on fire, so that canceled out all his water attacks there. And of course I had 15, you know, defense altogether over his offensive feat 15. So it just got down to 0. That was pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the green bananas because those are attacking items. Aqua Burst. 16 damage. Man, get you a lot of green bananas. Early in the game, you don't get to use very many cards in your combos. 2 straight, 25 damage. I think the Lord of the Spring has about 300 HP, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I guess I'm gonna do that. And if I do this, I get 2 pair, because I did 2 8s and 2 6s. Thundering Falls, this is a finishing move here. Only did 25 damage, but as you can see, because I paired up 2 6s and 2 8s, I got 2 cards, 2 prizes, so that's a minus 11% on my defense altogether. So it knocked off 3 damage off of my defense round, so that was a lot better than I thought it could be. Okay, so don't have anything. Let's go ahead and use this. The Flame Swords should do a lot of damage here. We're going to continue with a 2. I did 43 damage. That did a lot. Alright, so I got defensive item here. I'm going to get rid of the Aqua Burst. Don't need that. And we're just going to have to take the hits here. You do not have to defend. You don't have to find a card if you want to. If you can't really find a card, and it might just be better just to take the hit. Sometimes it's just better is to take the hit in like that situation. But I wanted to keep those two, like, I wanted to keep light and fire because, well, I wanted to do this. I don't want to waste cards if I don't want to waste it. Sometimes it's just better just to take the hit. As long as you got healing items, you should be fine. 70 damage, I did a lot. So now he's kind of weak on HP right now, but I'm also going to heal Shallow. There we go. 45 recover. And I'm almost at the end of my deck here, so I'm going to have to waste a turn. Oh man, he's already going ahead and doing that. Dragon Press, that's his other finishing move here. 16 damage. That was like only combo of 2 though. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then light again. There we go. Light Flare level 1, Light Flare level 1. Do some more damage, 35 damage. I gotta spend a turn shuffling the deck here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and defend. I should, because I got a pair there, I should get another prize here. 14 damage. Yeah, knocked off 1 damage off of that combo. So not too bad. Shella's gotta shuffle her decks. I gotta waste her turn doing it. I'm gonna go take another picture. Sometimes, I mean, it's not really, I mean, once you got the picture, it's not a really big deal. But you might as well go ahead and do it just to get the next card in the sequence out of the way. But with that, we defeated the Lord of the Springs. The time has come. The gate to R is open. Behold, the blessing of Malpercio. What did we do? The shiny Magnus. What is this? And now that we got to the experience points here, we have 2 pictures of the Lord of the Springs we can take. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Boss fight. Bosses actually fetch a pretty hefty price on money, so we're gonna at least get a picture from that. But the 2 other items we got is a scale buckle. It is a belt buckle usable by Callus. His patchwork is hard, pointed scales. The buckle provides moderate resistance to sleep, flames, and poison, as well as a wild strawberry, required to raising Kalos' class to level 2. So, this item right here allows us to class up Kalos to level 2, and this is an equipable item. I'll be going into more detail about equipable items later, but let's go ahead and take one of our pictures here. Something tells me we shouldn't have touched that. What did we do? The gate to R has been opened. Stars, be prepared for the song of destruction. Stop it! Drop the thing, Gallus. Whatever you're doing, dude. Who or what are you? Malpercio is the name of the cursed evil god from ancient times. How was I supposed to know? And why do you know all this? Oh boy. Seems like we're in more trouble than what it's worth. Whoa! A giant airship. You! Girl, you will return what you have stolen. No! Let me go! Get away from her! Ugh. Kalos! So, just a lot of things have just happened just now. Poor Kalos is getting knocked out. It looks like Shell is being taken. My... Ow, my head. Not again. I mean, you got hit on the head with the butt of a gun, so... It's you, Mimai. Thanks. I'll live. They caught me off guard. Looks like they took that Shining Magnus, too. I can't believe how lucky I am. So, to find him here, of all places. Giacomo. The man who killed my grandfather. And Fee. I'll get you, Giacomo. Let's go after him. Let's just leave him alone. No, man. No, let's go after him. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. I'll make him pay for everything he's done. Well now, I wonder where he went. We should go back to the village first, Matthew, and I'll ask around about the battleship. First thing, that thing was huge. Someone must have seen it or know something about it. Squeak! Huh? What is it, Mimai? You want to come with me? Squeak! Alright. You saved my life after all. Here, jump in my cape. Of course, we get a cute little companion to come with us. Mimai's like, I'm coming too! But as you can see, after that whole event transpired, it'll kick us back up to the world map. I know that treasure chest and that whole cutscene was probably very tempting. We're going to be coming back to it, so just hold on just a moment. Let's go back to Celebrai and kind of tell him what's going on. Callus, I'm glad you're safe. Sounded like trouble was brewing over by the forest. Come talk with the village mayor. Everyone's gathered at his place. I'm not sure what it was. A strange monster came up from the spring in the forest. It was saying something about Malpertio. What was that? Did you say Malpertio? An evil deity from ancient times. I knew something like this would happen. I thought we told you to stay away from that forest. But wait. No more buts, young man. You and your lot have unleashed a great evil, ignorant fools. I believe the other travelers, a young girl among them, was also entered the forest. Any news of them? Oh, that girl, Shella. She was with me. We were attacked by soldiers from a giant battleship. She was captured. Unfavorable circumstances, to say the least. Doc, do you know anything about that ship? I have to track it down. No, I'm afraid not. If you're talking about the huge, strange ship, I saw it fly towards the city. The city? That must be it. Thanks so much. Be careful, Callus. Powerful entities seem to be at work. Stay alert, boy. Thanks, Doc. I will. Alright, Matthew. Let's go get him. You're mine, Giacomo. One more thing, Callus. I have a favor to ask of you. It shouldn't take too long. Could you stop by my place before you leave? Your place? Sure, I'll drop by later then. Yeah, gosh, a lot of things transpired right now. But if you actually go back into the mayor's office and you talk to him, he says, "You fool, you thoughtless actions have doomed us all. This may very well lead to the ruin of Celebrai, and might even the entire world for that matter. Malpertio, the wicked god, whose name I even hesitate to say out loud, must not be resurrected. That girl, Shella, is just as much as responsible. I warned her not to go into the forest, and she brushed off my warnings as if I was an old, paranoid fuddy-dud. You are both foolish kettleheads and no longer welcome in this village. Leave at once!" Even though the mayor says so, we can still come in the village as we please. I mean, I get it. I get it. I'd be very angry too. Someone, you know, unleash the power of an ancient deity all of a sudden, and it was just like, well, I told you not to do it, and you did it. But let's go back to Larry Kush's house here. Let's go talk to Larry Kush. Sorry, Callus. I know you're in a hurry, but I need to ask you a favor. A landslide in Moonguile Valley has made the route to Furcad impassable. I've prepared explosives and left them on the bench. I want you to use them to clear away the landslide rubble. Wait, explosives? How did you get them on this remote island? The Empire's the only place I can think of that has easy access to explosives. That's not what's important right now. What's important is the impassable route to Furcad. If the rubble in Moonguile Valley is not cleared away, the people of the village will continue to be inconvenienced. Besides, you're going to Furcad anyways, aren't you? Yeah, right. Okay, I understand. You saved my life. I guess I owe you one. How do you expect me to lug around heavy explosives? I can't carry them by myself. Why don't you trap their magnet essence? Here, take these blank magnets. Go ahead and use them. Oh, I see. Once something's been turned to magnets, even bulky and heavy items are easy to carry. That's right. Blank magnets are very useful. Feel free to keep them, the ones I gave you. Okay, thanks, Doc. I'll take care of the landslide in Moonguile Valley. You obtained 4 blank magnets. If you want to know more about blank magnets, I can explain to you how they work. Shall I begin? What do you say, Matthew? Let's go ahead and hear about it. This is a new concept of the game. Okay, Doc, tell me. Alright then. First in all, Magnus is just an object essence is extracted and then trapped inside a card. We call this object's essence its magnet essence. The blank Magnus serves as a container for the magnet essence. They're very easy to use. To trap an essence inside one of your blank magnets, just press the A button and search the object with whose essence you want to extract. If you want to give a trapped essence to someone else, talk to that person. If that person wants the essence, your blank magnet should appear automatically. Use the right stick to select the essence and wish to give, and then press the A button to give it to them. Of course, once the magnet essence has lost its usefulness, you can always release it from your blank Magnus. Once the magnet essence is released, you will have an empty blank Magnus ready to be filled up again with a new magnet essence. To release the essence, display your blank Magnus by tilting the right stick. Continue using the right stick to select the unwanted essence, then press X button to complete its release. You're free to extract and release magnet essence as many times as you wish. That's just how they work. Are you following me so far? Yeah, I am. Matthew, how about you? Tell me one more time. No, I'm not going to tell him one more time. I can explain it. Okay, let's practice. The mountain apple harvest should be over by now. Your task is to extract a mountain apple's magnet essence into a blank Magnus and bring it to me. Mountain apples can be found inside the village. You don't need to leave Sebelrai to find them. So let's go ahead and do what he says here. So now we've got a way of basically carrying items. But if we push the right stick, like you said, we have all the magnets in our inventory here. And we come over here and investigate the mountain apples with the exclamation mark over my head. Freshly picked apples are piled up high. They seem bigger and fresher than regular apples. It looks like we could track the magnet essence of magnet essence is such a hard word to say. Mountain apple, do you want it? Yes, let's go ahead and do that. And then Callus puts the mountain apple inside the blank Magnus. Alright, so now that we have a mountain apple in our inventory, we can go take it back over to Larry Kush. And this is what the most of the time you're going to be doing side quests for. How are things going? Have you trapped a mountain apple? There should be a mountain apples in this village. You should make... Yeah, I already did that. Here you go. Here's your apple. Great, thank you. You seem to have grasped how to use them. Since you brought me a juicy mountain apple, I'll give you this in return. You got an ice dagger. When you do others a favor, they will give you something in return. Of course, it's up to you to decide whether or not the person to do the person a favor or not. You only have 4 blank Magnus at the time. You'll obtain more as you continue your journey. While your supply your blank Magnus cards are limited, you should consider your essence selection carefully. Make too quick a decision, and soon you'll find yourself without any blanks. Well, that's about it for my explanation of blank Magnus cards. Please take care of the landslide in Moonguile Valley as soon as possible. Alright, so now let's go over here and grab these explosives. Put them inside the card, and now we've got explosive cards. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Over here with explosions. Now, before we leave, I actually kind of want some apples here because, like certain things with battle Magnuses, these are called quest Magnus. These age over time. Yeah, it's just like regular battle Magnus and stuff like that. You can age them over time. So that apple will turn into something else later on down the line. We're going to be needing it for later. Let's go visit the church before we do something else. Alright, so I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to actually pray. Because I'm pretty sure I have level up. Yeah, I have a level up. I can now go to level 2. cool, I'm level 2. I'm almost actually level 3 from the looks of things. Let's go ahead and class up too, now that we have that item. When we class up, we can put more cards in our deck, and we can extend our combo a little bit higher. It says Kaitos has increased his class level. Any other cards that you do not put in your deck after capacity, it will be automatically put in a pass card, which just literally skips your turn. Since then, we haven't even gotten Blue Storm yet. I forgot to put Blue Storm in the deck. Man, I wasn't really prepared for that boss fight, but that's okay. But yeah, we can put Blue Storm in. That's a finishing move. I'm going to go ahead and put the voice in, as well as maybe a small knife. And one more healing item doesn't hurt. So, there we go. We should have had to do that. Okay. There we go. So we increased our deck a little bit. And now that we have Constellation Magnus, we can come over here and talk to this guy. What to do? I guess we don't have unlocked that yet. Spoilers. Oh, I guess we did unlock it. I guess I jumped the gun way too early. Pardon me, young traveler. Could you spare a moment and listen to an old man's story? Sure. I was trying to talk to you in the first place. I have a favor to ask of you. A favor? Yes, a favor. There's something I'd like you to look at during your travels. Look at the ceiling above you. This is the star map. Over 50 years ago, skilled artisans gave birth to a splendid creation. The starlight shining down from the ceiling was truly a sight to behold. One day, however, the star map was torn to pieces and scattered all over the world. As you can see, a few stars still left can be twinkling inside with its sadness. I can read. Jeez. I hope one day to see the star map in its former shimmering glory. Before this old body of mine gives, that is. Yet my wishes are but wishes. I'm too old to travel the world searching for the fragments. Yet a traveler like you may be able to find the fragments during the course of your journey. What do you think? Would you be willing to search for the lost fragments? The 50 missing fragments of the star map have been scattered throughout the world. They are most likely in the form of Constellation Magnus. If you come across any of them, please bring them to me. I will reward you for each fragment you find for me. Alright, so if I find a Constellation Magnus, I just bring it to you, right? Yes, that's right. Thank you for taking on this task. Well, we already found 2 so far, so let's go ahead and give it to him. Hello, have you found any star fragment pieces? Yeah, here you go. Thank you. Let's see, today you brought me Draco and Vela. I'm very grateful. Do you mind if I add it to the star map? Sure thing, do it. Very well, let's begin the restoration process. Now then. Restored Draco, and we just restored Vela. Thanks to your efforts, the star map is a bit closer to its original glory. Only 48 more pieces to go. And we got an achievement for it. Thank you. Please take this as a small token of my gratitude. And gives us a shish kebab and a flame sword. Okay, so this is the big overarching quest throughout the game, is this Star Constellation Magnus side quest. There's a couple overarching side quests during the game, and this is the big one. This is gonna last the whole entire game. So just keep in mind of that. Alright, before we end the episode, there's a couple things in Silverite I want to take care of. If we come over here and talk to this lady here, she says, I feel very awkward asking this, but will you go to the stable and bring me some pow milk for me? I'm making cream stew and I can't make it without pow milk. No way, you gotta be kidding me. I don't have time for that. Let's help her. What, you want me to help her, Matthew? Yeah, fine, we'll do it. Whatever you say, boss. Oh, thank you. I would go for myself, but I have to keep my eye on the pot here so nothing burns. The stable's just right down the path. You'll find pals inside a large pot and stable. Thank you for your help. Alright, so let's go grab this milk. So, it's in the stable. We've already been to the stable before. It's down here. You come over here and get inside. And if we come over to this big old pot here, we can talk to those ladies. Are you looking for pal milk? I have some on a pot over here. Help yourself. Oh, I should warn you. Drink it while it's fresh, or you'll end up eating yogurt instead. Yeah, so this is the thing I was talking about. How, like, over time it, I already talked to you. Over time you will, stuff will change. Yeah, so over time, the, milk will, it says anal dropping some bucket. That's not what I want. I want to get into, I can't aim properly if I got the exclamation mark over my head. Come on. There. Gosh, I don't know why it was so finicky with that exclamation mark. Pot is filled with freshly squeezed milk. It smells delicious. Let's go get some milk. And while I'm here, I'm gonna grab another one, mainly because I want to evolve it. I'm gonna be doing that quite a lot in this Let's Play with a lot of this Quest Magnus and stuff like that. A lot of this Quest Magnuses evolve, and they count towards your collection. If you go in your menu here, we'll go back to the collection here. As you can see, Quest Magnus add to this. It's at the very bottom of the list here. And over time, a lot of this stuff will age into other things. So, while you're playing, while you're moving around on the field, time passes, and that causes items to transmute and stuff like that. So keep in mind of that. It will not pass if you're in a menu. If you're in a menu, the timer is stopped. But while you're playing around the game, the timer will go. A lot of items change over time. Okay, here's your milk lady. Says, oh, you brought me pal milk. Thank you very much. Now I can finish cooking my stew. This might come in handy during your journey. Please accept this gift. And sure enough, she had a Constellation Magnus, a Pupus. I think that's how you call that, Constellation Magnus. I could be wrong. That's not the only thing I want to do. We're going to go back into Moonguile Forest for a quick visit, because there's a couple things we couldn't do, because we didn't have Blank Magnus. If we come over here to the fire in the mayor's office, we can track the magnet essence of a stoked flame. This is another one of those magnets that changes over time. We can put the essence of fire in one of these things, and over time it grows into a weak flame. So it might be best to go and, you know, get one and let it dwindle down so you get that added to your inventory here. Let's talk to this lady real quick, because she has a side quest for us too. He's late. Far too late. It's been 3 days since he set out. He should be back by now. Maybe something awful happened. No, he should be fine. He must have met an old friend down there or something, and that's where it's been keeping him. Yeah, that must be it, I hope. You're a traveler, aren't you? Did you meet my husband down in the city? His name is Algimo. I think that's how you say his name. Algimo. Medium height, slim build, nice smile. No, it doesn't ring a bell. I haven't even been to the city yet, lady. I didn't think so. I wonder what he's up to. Say, if you happen to see my hubby, would you give him this and tell him to come home right away? I'd really appreciate it. His name is Algimo. Don't forget it. Algimo. Thank you so much. I'm anxious to hear from him. Obtain the valuable item, Manny's Pendant. Sometimes whenever you get these quests, they'll give you valuable items, which are kind of separate thing in your inventory. If we look in our camp menu, we can go to collection. Oh wait, Where would it be? Where is it? Is it in the system? No. Oh, it's here. That's right. Okay. It's in the Magnus. It's in the Magnus section here. So when you go to the Magnus, here's your items you can use in your camp menu. If you push the R button, you'll get your stock of Magnus you have currently on hand. And if we go over to equip, this is where our equipment Magnus can go. So that scale buckle we got from the Lord of the Springs, we can equip it to Callus. So it's actually better than the buckle he has. So let's go ahead and equip that to him. As well as your quest Magnus, which is right here, and Maney's pendant and valuables. It's under valuables and stuff like that. And that's kind of how you traverse that menu. I remember when I looked at the remaster for the first time, man, it took a while for me to figure out this menu situation. So we're just gonna go back to the second room because there's a log that we couldn't burn down before. And as you can see, Callus can do 3 cards on his combo now that he's leveled up his class. And that means that he can do more damage in 1 attack round. So... Alright, now we're back on this menu here. Man, I miss the old, I miss the old dub of this game. Like, sometimes whenever Callus, whenever they win the fight, Callus would say, "Ha! Loser!" I miss that. I don't know why I do. The large dried up log is in the way. Could do something about this tree trunk, though, if I could trap some flames into Blank Magnus. Flames, flames. I remember seeing a fireplace in the village mayor's house. Yeah, that's why I went and got this. Callus, here you go. We're gonna go ahead and use this fire here to burn down this log. To get this treasure chest we couldn't get before. And inside is another ice dagger. I need to actually go and edit my, I'm gonna keep pushing that pause button, man. Okay. Let's go build our deck here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of some of these small swords, or short swords, because they're only like attack level 4. And really, like, these items kind of like phase out of difficult, like damage output after a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and put another saber in here. All these short swords, like, yeah, it's really good to have the spirit numbers, that's also important, but I mean, it's nothing really to worry about. I usually like to put damage over anything else. Here's Callus's finishing move. I didn't get a chance to show this off yet. This is Blue Storm, level 1 finisher. Blue Storm does a lot of damage, actually. Okay, so now we're back here. We talked to this guy. He says, "I'm a professor of zoology. I understand animal languages, so I'm unable to communicate with them. What I'm doing right now, I'm setting a trap to catch a blue bird of happiness. You come a good time. Will you help me out here? I'm just itching to catch a blue bird of happiness." What do you say, Matthew? Yeah, let's help him. So you have an interest in animals as well, do you? I've always dreamed of stuffing one of those birds. Beyond the shrine gates over there, there's a nest full of them in the bushes. Yeah, we probably saw those birds flying out whenever we crossed the bushes down them yonder. Bluebirds are very timid creatures. If they sense the presence nearby, they'll fly away in fright. Take advantage of this nature of theirs and steer the birds towards me. Just try walking past their nest a couple times. You'll get the hang of it in no time. Good luck. Alright, we're gonna go do this thing for him while we're doing here. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna be cutting out battles in case you haven't realized. Alright, so now that we got here, this part of the forest here, if you come across this way, you'll see the birds flying off in the distance there. Hey, you're scaring them off in the wrong direction. Lead the birds this way, okay? Alright, dude, I'm gonna go do that. Go ahead and do this. There we go. Here they come. Good, good, good. Hey, we did it! We caught some bluebirds of happiness! Alright, let's go and find our, reap our reward for that. Look, I caught a bluebird at long last. Can you believe this? I'm so excited. This must be the luckiest day of my life. Looks like we could trap the magnet essence of a dead bluebird. My gosh. Yeah, let's do it. Let's put a carcass in our magnet essence here. Magnet essence of a dead bluebird has been trapped in your blank magnets. Yeah, you can start getting, it says the rest are all yours. You can do as you please. Stuffing this bird has been a dream of mine for a long time. Soon my dream will come true and I can hardly wait. This man also that we did a quest for, if you couldn't tell, he has a bracelet. He has a, like it says that it said man with bracelet. Keep in mind that he's here. I'm just gonna keep that in mind. There's gonna be a lot of characters that have like man or woman with bracelet. Keep that in mind whenever you're talking to NPCs. Now finally we're gonna come over here and we're gonna grab this treasure chest right here. Get the escape magnets. This allows you to escape battles if you're not, don't want to fight. So it's good to put in your deck just to have a, an extra right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of I don't really care for the voice that much. I know it gives you extra damage, but it's always good to have the escape card in your deck. Unless you're, you're pretty confident. But that's not the only thing I just now remembered. I don't know why I left here. That's not the only thing we can do here, and I'm trying to see if I don't have enough room here. I'm just going to get rid of the mountain apple for right now because I can always get these later. But just remember, I need to come over here. It says you see pristine water gushing out from the opening. Looks like we can trap the magnet essence of pristine water. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna add this to our collection too, so that we have the entry for that. But that's not the only thing it's gonna be used for. We come back and avoid the fights if we can. Okay, so now that we've gotten past that, let us go around because we're going to use this water for something else. I'm going to go ahead and avoid the bat there. We read this thing here, it says something is written here, but the sign is too dirty to make out what it says. We're going to use water to clean it off. Scrumptious bluebirds live in the forest. Catching them is prohibited. Because I said so, Lord Rodolfo. Dude, I don't want to kind of tell you guys this, but you just broke the law. That's all it does. I just wanted to show that off. So, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna exit Moonguile Forest because we're kind of done here for right now. So, I'll see you guys outside. Alright, now that we've exited Moonguile Forest, let's head back to Subble and kind of end this episode. We did a lot in this episode already. We took on our first boss and whatnot. But before we end, I'm going to stop by the shop here. And it might be best to kind of look at their stock. You can sell a bunch of your stuff. We're going to go ahead and sell a bunch of our pictures that we have had in our inventory here. So a bunch of them got developed, and a bunch of them I took while I was battling here. So we can get, we can sell this for 105 gold. This is worth 54 gold for the Lord of the Springs picture. Saber Dragon is good too. Unok and Unok. This one is not yet fully developed yet, so I might just wait on that one just for right now. Now let's look at our inventory here to see what we can buy here. Wheat crackers. I forgot to mention these things. Wheat crackers are very used. They're used to revive a person if they are knocked out. So it's very useful to have these. I always usually buy these items, whatever they're in stock for, because you can never be too safe. So I might go ahead and buy the safety hood too, because I don't think we have that in our inventory yet. So I think that's good for right now. Okay, all right. So that's pretty much that. Every time I come to a town, I'm gonna try to sell all my pictures I have in my inventory and try to buy a lot of the cards in stock, because a lot of your inventory for your collection menu will come from that. but I think this is a good stopping point. So in the next episode of Let's Play Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean, we are going to leave Sebelrai after the events in Moonguile Forest and head our way to Nuki Valley, and hopefully get there so we can head to Burkhead and follow Giacomo's ship. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode.